Well, greetings and welcome, everyone. Happy Women's History Month. I'm Dr. Benita Anderson, founder and CEO of Stretch Educational Training and Support, and I'm happy to be celebrating Women's History Month with some influential women who have agreed to be a part of this initiative. So today, I'm introducing to you Linwood Public Library, which happens to be, if you know me, you know that this is my second home. But Linwood Public Library in Glenwood, Illinois. And I have with me today, phenomenal, influential lady who's been there for me, Ms. Rhonda Ruffin, the Information Services Manager. So she's going to be sharing some information. Welcome, Rhonda. Thank you for joining me. And
Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Give us a little bit about yourself and just kind of introduce us to Rhonda Ruffin.
I am, as Benita said, the Information Services Manager at the Linwood Library. I've been here almost 15 years, and this has been a fairly new career for me. It's one that I fell into and found that it was my calling all along. So I think in my role here, especially when I meet with a lot of adult students, and especially women here at the library, because our library is a unique one in that we have a lot of adult college students here who have returned to school after a number of years of being out. I just want to back up first of all and tell you what my history is and how I got started here in the library and how I feel that this is the place that I need to be to encourage women and to let them know that it's never too late to go back to school and achieve whatever your dreams are through education. I am originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I born and raised there in high school, was a very good math and science student, and was encouraged to go to school to be an engineer. I was in a pre-college program called Inroads, and I started there in high school and continued throughout college, and had decided to major in chemical engineering. I went to the University of Missouri-Columbia, graduated with my chemical engineering degree, and ended up getting married and moving away from Missouri to the New York and New Jersey area. While I was there, I did environmental consulting and used my chemical engineering degree and worked in that field for about 15 years, 10 to 15 years. I loved my job, but I knew that that wasn't really my calling. I majored in engineering because I thought that was the thing to do. They made a lot of money. I loved being in the Inroads program, and I met a lot of engineers who I admired. And I thought that that's what I would do for a while, but I knew that wasn't my forever job. So when my husband got transferred here to Illinois, I started looking for another environmental engineering job and didn't find one right away. And I didn't realize that I think that it was God that really was trying to redirect me to something that I really wanted to do. And I started volunteering in a library in our neighborhood. I volunteered there. I volunteered at my son's school library and eventually got a job part-time at the local library. I loved it so much, interacting with the people who came in. I've been a lifelong reader. I know a lot of people think librarians read all day, and I don't. I wish I could, but I was always a lifelong reader. And even as a kid, I always checked tons of books out of the library. And, people who've known me since I was a child always said, you always had a book with you. You always had a book with you. I never knew that that was something that I would love to do. But after volunteering, after starting work part-time, after leaving my environmental engineering job, and starting to be in the library, I said, this is home. This is really home. I started working there part-time, moved to the south suburbs, and started working here at the Glenwood Library part-time. I always knew I wanted to return to school to get my master's degree, but after getting my chemical engineering degree, which was very hard for me, I was not a big fan of going back to school. I always put it off, found a reason to redirect any conversation that I had with anybody who encouraged me to go back to school. Even my sister, who is a year older than I am, she's a teacher. She encouraged me to go back. She went and got her master's after leaving undergrad as an adult, returning back at 40 and getting her master's. After working here for several years and talking to the director, she says, well, there is a department opening, but to head up the department, you have to have your master's degree. I said, well, I don't have it. And she says, yeah, but I think you should get it. And I said, do you think I could really do that? And she says, I don't see why you can't do it. You've excelled at everything that you've done here. Let us talk to the board about it, because that was the requirement of being the information services manager. I was given the job with the caveat that I would return to school and get my degree. I still put it off for a year or two until she finally said, okay, when are you going? My hurdle for me was just to sit down and take a standardized test. I graduated undergrad in 1987. So I was 50 when I went back to grad school, and I was a little fearful, but I prayed about it. I had people praying for me. And not only did I return at 50, well, first of all, I got a job that I wasn't qualified for. Then I returned to school, and not only returned at the age of 50, I think the lowest grade I got while I was there was an A-. So, I'm a firm believer that God ordered my steps, and it was a place and time that was meant for me to do what I did when I did it. And I've talked to so many women who have returned to college to get their undergraduate degrees, to get their masters, their doctorates, a lot of us later on in life. And I just feel like it is something that I'm led to do when I talk to not just women, but mostly women, because, we've raised families, we've deferred our dreams for our family success. We're the ones who sacrifice so much. And so when we get the opportunity to pursue what it is that we want to do, sometimes you just need an encouraging word. Sometimes you just need somebody to say, I did it and you can too. I have talked to so many women here in the library who said, I'm afraid to take the standardized test. And I'll say, girl, what? So was I. And this is how you do it. You go, you pay your money because that commits you. And then you study for it and you pray about it and you go in there and do it. And like to be that encouraging word, or to give that encouraging word, to see women to go and have success after they've sacrificed so much over so many years. And that's why I like working here. It's the people I meet, the people I can encourage, the people I can help. It's not about the money, because we don't make a lot in the library. It's the people whose lives you can touch. And I'm so glad that I'm in a place where I can do that and make a difference.
That is amazing. That's such an amazing story that I never knew. As long as I've been coming, I really, I'm serious. I appreciate it. And I too, you know, I see a lot of the patrons, obviously, like I said, I'm here a lot, and I see a lot of the patrons, but now I will see it a whole new way, knowing that they have that type of support, you know, our women. And I love what you said about women deferring their dreams. I think my mother is a good example of that. Putting the children first and everything, and having to wait, and then to have that opportunity, but still be a little apprehensive.
Mhm.
And you know, everything you said kind of resonated in terms of I guess in some cases women who never realize their dream because of, you know, being afraid. So having you, or having someone they know they can go to, has to make a huge difference. And I love your story, and I appreciate you sharing that.
You know, what gives it value to, added value, Benita, is when they come back and tell you that, you know, I graduated, or let me send you the link of my graduation, or I, you know, I'm graduating next week, or I've started my master's program. They almost always come back and tell us.
Wow.
Not just me, but anybody else here who's helped them or encouraged them. And that is worth more than any salary that we can get. Okay. Absolutely.
To come back.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I appreciate everything you do, everything your staff does, the staff in the library. And like I said, I appreciate you taking time to share with me today with this initiative. This is kind of, I guess, my mission for the month is to share, to have women like yourself share. And I just want to let you know how much I appreciate your time.
Oh, and I appreciate you asking me. I was very flattered. And I thank you for the opportunity to just share what it is that I do and what I feel is my calling here at the library.
Okay. Those of you who joined us today, I just want to say thank you and ask you to please connect with me. I'm sorry. Please connect with me. If I can get, okay, there we go. As I said, I'm Benita Anderson. I do professional development for schools. This is what I do. I go into high schools, train teachers, seasoned teachers, student teachers, beginning teachers, and everything education or everything teacher. Long history in there, and with additional training. So you can find me at www.stretchyourschool.com, and you can find out more about me. But what I would ask you to do is connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And these are the places where you can connect. Thank you for joining us. And thank you again, Rhonda. Appreciate you being here.
You are so very welcome, Benita. Thank you.
All right. And everybody have a good day. Rhonda, take care.
You too. Bye-bye.